Greg Pickel, it's rivalry week here at Penn State. It's time for picks and predictions. We both successfully determined that Penn State would beat Wisconsin. I don't even think I had that margin right, but it's been that kind of year. I was really surprised, and kudos to them for keeping the ball for 34 minutes and taking Wisconsin completely out of. They couldn't throw the ball at all. So kudos. Now it's Rutgers week. I was just kidding when I said rivalry week. It's been really one-sided. 28 meetings, 26 Penn State victories. Very few have been close. James Franklin, 4-0. I think it's reflected in the spread. It's 28, and it's around 50 or 51 the total for this week. I will say it seems like a low total, but if you look at the 4 games that Penn State's played with Franklin against Rutgers, 13-10, 28-3. This is recall. 28-3. 39-0, 35-6 last year. Rutgers even scored first last year. So, and this is not a good Rutgers team. They're not recruiting well. They don't seem to have a lot of skill positions. They were just walloped by Michigan. Same score, though, that Penn State lost to by Michigan. We won't bring that up too much. But enough about me talking. It's time for you to talk, and I want you to lock it in. I want the viewers to be able to, if they wanted to, place a big wager on this game, with you backing it, and that so they can have a really, really nice Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well, the first way to do that would be to not place a big wager on this game because it has all the makings of a clunker. It really does. I mean, you go to Piscataway for a noon start, you know, there might be, 5,000 people there. I don't know if there'll even be that many. I think Penn State probably starts a little tiny bit slow on offense. That seems to be a theme this year. I don't think they give up the first points again, but they will give up some points this game. I have 40-10, Penn State over Rutgers. So
right on the
number, depending on where it goes the rest of the week. But that would be a Penn State cover by the skin of their teeth. So we'll see. This Rutgers team is not any good, but it did find a way to rip off a long run against Michigan. So I wouldn't put it past Penn State's defense to give up at least one long play. Again, we've seen that plenty of times this year, even against lesser teams on the schedule. So I don't know. But it's a win for Penn State, and they try and get in and out of Piscataway as quickly as possible.
One thing I just want to bring up, the last 2 games on their schedule, they're going to be prohibitive favorites. They play Maryland at home on Senior Day after the Rutgers game. And in your mind, is there any positioning to be done to get to a better bowl by maybe winning excessively? Is that anything that you think might come into play, or do you think they're just going to, if they're up 3 or 4 touchdowns late in the third quarter, he's going to empty the bench? He usually doesn't do that. How do you see this one playing?
I think it's a little bit more bench empty than we've grown accustomed to for one reason. They've planned it out so that way these last 2 games, which by all accounts should be walkovers, are games where they can get those freshmen their 4 games, on the path toward they're playing their 4 games without burning their red shirt. So I think you'll see the bench emptying start for that reason. I think it sets up perfectly for them to make a New Year's Six bowl at this point. I really do. They're 14 now in the college football playoff rankings. Syracuse will drop. Ahead of them right now will drop after losing to Notre Dame this weekend, and they will. Make no mistake about it.
Make no mistake about it.
Oh, it will be a mistake.
Make no mistake about it.
So
you're no Dave Jones.
No, so the orange drop below them, and then so that puts Penn State at worst 13 next week. You get a couple maybe loss here or there, or you just wait until the Ohio State-Michigan game. You pinball inside of it. UCF's not dropping outside of the top 12, which means the top 12 are going to make up those college football playoff New Year's Six games in all likelihood, and that would get Penn State in as long as they win out. So I don't think they have to do anything extraordinary to get there.
Okay, I'm going to pick 31-0 Penn State. I think it will go under. I just think
Michigan gives up 7, Penn State gives up 9.
That's right. That's right. I mean, I saw that long run. He just got loose, and there was nothing you could do. I think Penn State's now seen that the skid's fast, and it's not going to happen. I think McSorley, by the way, he's got 29 career wins. This will be, if they win, it'll be 30 all time. That'll be the record at Penn State for a quarterback. I think he'll throw a couple of touchdown passes. I picked it a little bit different for PennLive as far as who would catch those, but since you made a bold prediction, and now that I think about the true freshman, I'm going to say that Justin Shorter from New Jersey plays in this game and catches a touchdown pass. 31-0. Penn State over Rutgers. You have Syracuse losing to Notre Dame, no doubt about it. Take it to the bank. Maybe that's the bet you make to have, so everyone can have a happy Thanksgiving. And if you mush Notre Dame, the Subway alumni are probably going to come looking for you in Middletown because that's where you live. But on that note, let's see what the rest of the staff has to say about Penn State and Rutgers.